Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
All about birds. Knowledge acquisition. In this chapter, we will study about how birds are different from other animals, the features that help a bird to fly, the classification of birds according to their flight, some special features of birds. Birds are the most beautiful creatures on the planet. Birds are feathered, winged, bipedal, warm-blooded, egg-laying vertebrate animals in the world. They are the most special class of tetrapod vertebrates in the world. They have wings and a body covered with feathers, which make them different from other animals. Some features that help a bird to fly. Birds fly with the help of their wings. The wings have feathers attached to them. Birds have a streamlined body and are lightweight. Their bones are hollow. Birds have strong muscles called the flight muscles. The wings are attached to these muscles. They help the wings to move up and down. How does a bird fly? Birds fly with the help of wings. Wings are modified forelimbs. To fly, a bird jumps into the air. It then flaps its wings to push itself upward and downward. A bird flaps its wings in both the upward and the downward directions to fly. These strokes are called upstrokes and downstrokes respectively. In upstroke, the wings are thrown upward and backward, while in downstroke, the wings are pushed downward and forward. These strokes lift the bird into the air and the bird flies. To change the direction of flight, birds use their tail feathers. Vultures and kites can fly very high, sparrows fly very low. Pigeon and crow can fly long distance because they have strong flight muscles. Hens and peacocks fly short distance. There are some birds like kiwi. Penguin cannot fly at all because they have weak flight muscles. Beak of birds. Birds have no teeth. They cannot bite or chew. Their beak helps them to catch and eat food and to feed its young ones. All the birds do not eat the same kind of food. So different birds have different kinds of beaks depending upon the food they eat. Strong, short and hard beak. Birds like robin, sparrow, pigeons and peacock have strong, short and hard beak. Their beak helps them to crack and bite the nuts and seeds they eat. Strong, sharp and hooked beak. Flesh-eating birds like eagles, vultures and hawks have strong, sharp and hooked beak. Their beak helps them to catch and kill the prey and tear its body into small pieces. Strong and chisel-shaped beak. Birds like woodpecker and hoopoe have strong chisel-shaped beak. Their beak helps them to make holes into hard tree trunks and pull out insects from holes. Curved beak. The birds like parrot have curved beak. Their beak helps them to crack seeds, nuts and fruits. Parrot also use their beak as another foot to climb trees. Long and pointed beak. Birds like hummingbird and sunbirds have long and pointed beak. Their beak helps them to poke into flowers and suck nectar. Birds like heron and kingfishers also have long pointed beak to spear fish. Broad and short beak. The birds like swallows have broad and short beak, which is sticky inside. Swallows keep their mouth open while flying. Small flies and insects stick to the beak and the bird swallows them up. Broad and flat beak. Some water birds like ducks, Geese and a few cranes have broad and flat beak with holes on either side. These birds take in muddy water with insects, worms, and plants. The muddy water flows out through these holes. Feet and claws. Birds have 2 legs and feet. The claws can be seen at the tips of the toes of the birds. They use their feet to move, catch food, and to protect themselves from enemies. The claws of the birds tell us about their living habits. Perching birds. Birds like sparrow, pigeon, hyena, and crows have 3 toes in front and 1 at the back like thumb. Such toes help the birds to hold onto a branch. They can even sleep while perching. Scratching birds. Birds like hen have strong legs with 3 toes in front and 1 at the back. It also has a small 5th toe a little higher up at the back of the leg. Each toe has horny claw. These toes help the hen to scratch the earth and catch insects and buried seeds. Swimming birds. Birds like duck and geese have webbed feet with 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. The front toes are joined by skin webs, which help to push back the water while swimming. This helps them to swim and glide in water. Wading birds. Birds like crane and heron, etc., walk through mud and water. They have long legs with spread out toes that help them wade through muddy water. Their toes keep them from sinking into the mud, and their legs help them to walk without getting their feathers wet. Flesh-eating birds. Birds of prey like eagle, vulture have very sharp claws called talons. These talons help them in picking up small animals like toads, mice, and rats. Climbing birds. Birds like woodpecker and parakeet have 2 toes which point upward and 2 toes which point downwards. These help them to climb and cling to trees. Nesting habits of birds. A bird's home is called a nest. Birds build nests to lay their eggs. They build their nests in safe and hidden places. Birds usually build their nests before the start of summer. They make nests in the trees, ventilators, ceiling of old buildings, etc. A bird uses twigs, cotton threads, wool, fiber, etc. to make its nest. Baby birds stay in the nest till they are big enough to fly away. Then they build new nests to lay eggs again. Types of nests. The nests of birds are usually ball-shaped. Nests differ in their size, location, and in the material used. Tailor bird's nest. A tailor bird uses its beak like a needle to sew leaves with material like thread and wool. This is the reason that it is called a tailor. The nest is made cozy with cotton, wool, hair, or dry grass. Weaver bird's nest. These small birds make beautiful nests with grass and leaves with the help of their beaks. The strong nest hangs down from the branches of trees. There is a tunnel-like opening at the bottom of the nest, through which the bird enters the nest. Woodpecker's nest. A woodpecker pecks into the tree trunk with its sharp beak to make a hole. The hole is then lined with soft chips of wood to make the nest cozy and comfortable. Swallow and kingfisher's nest. Birds like swallow and kingfisher make burrow nest. They dig the ground with their beak and push the soil out of the cavity by shuffling their feet. These burrow vary in their depth, where the birds keep their eggs. These burrows are lined with grass, dry leaves, etc. Penguin's nest. Penguins live in cold places with freezing temperature. Since it is difficult to find twigs and leaves here, Penguins simply put together a few pebbles and their nest is ready. Critical thinking. An ostrich lays the biggest egg. It is as big as 24 eggs of a hen put together. Its shell is very hard. Caring for the young ones. As soon as the nests are ready, birds lay their eggs. Birds lay hard-shelled eggs that hatch after some time. The mother bird lays the eggs and sits on them to keep them warm till the birds inside properly develop. Once fully developed, the baby birds hatch out of the eggs by breaking the shells with their beaks. Once the eggs hatch, the mother and the father bird go out in search of food for their young ones. They protect them from predators and bad weather. The babies grow very fast. The parents look after the babies till their feathers grow and they learn to fly. Birds, the great travelers. Birds are great travelers. Many birds that live in cold places such as Siberia fly thousands of kilometers away to warmer places during winters. They lay their eggs there. When the winter is over, they go back with their young ones. The Siberian cranes come to India during winters. Continuous review. Birds are feathered, winged, bipedal, warm-blooded, egg-laying vertebrate animals in the world. Different birds eat different kinds of food. Birds eat their food with the help of their beaks. The swallow feeds on insects while flying through the air. Different birds have different types of feet and claws depending on how and where they live. Birds build nests to lay eggs. Birds make different types of nests for themselves using their beaks. Most birds look after their young ones till they are ready to fly.
Like, share and subscribe.